First of all, thank you so much for creating the ARC. So I've got the entire Ross family. It's a much appreciated mission for someone who is a figurative realist painter to realise the kind of work that we make is really enabled by foundations such as the ARC and museums and galleries that are becoming stronger and more popular as the years go on, it seems. And of course to Sotheby's for hosting this, for all the artists who have contributed such a phenomenal array of works here. And specifically to the McAvoy Foundation as well for providing the very generous award money for Pavel and I receiving the Best in Show for the 17th and 18th Salon. So I'm not from the art world actually until I went full time 5 years ago, but I was in science and I hadn't painted for almost 15 years until I started painting again. And this painting here, which was completed in 2022, was my third painting coming back into the painting world. I say coming back, I was never in it. I was someone who loved painting and drawing as a young person, obsessively loved it, but couldn't find a place to make it work. All the signals in my environment were that this classical instinct for realism was not a thing. And so I packed it up and moved in a completely different direction. And a wonderful direction. I was in a beautiful field of science. But coming back to art, it's been phenomenal luck, the timing of it, because I stumbled very blindly into this world of contemporary realism and discovered an entire industry full of people dedicated to it, who have dedicated the best parts of their adult life to perfecting the craft of it and coming together in a really supportive way to encourage everyone, whether they were well established or like me, just emerging onto the scene, encouraging them to do their best work. And I was really stunned by this, the amount of people from very early on who would reach out and would say words of encouragement or would just offer to give you their time to talk with you and flesh out ideas. Now, Antigone sums up what I'm most interested in as a painter, and that's getting to the crux of many of the things I find personally moving, things that I find in other repositories in our cultural heritage. So this is Antigone from Sophocles' Theban trilogy. It's one of the 3 plays that outlines the story of Oedipus. Since then I've done a lot of work with Shakespeare, not with him, he's famously not around anymore, but I reference his works quite ardently. And through works that have been left behind, I try to explore some of the more essential, dramatic, and personal parts of the generalized human experience. Antigone herself is someone who's caught on the horns of really quite a terrible dilemma. She has allegiance to the laws of her country, but she also has a duty and a responsibility to her family. And the act of burying her brother in one of the ill-gotten adventures in the Oedipus story, she transgresses the laws of the state and forfeits her life for it. And so there's stoicism, there's sacrifice in this, there's duty in this. The young child is my daughter. So she's there for reasons any doting father would put a daughter in a painting. But it's referencing another piece of beautiful literature that belongs to the Western canon by Euripides, who continues the Antigone story another generation down. And in that telling, Antigone has a child. And so I just joined them together and tried to cultivate a single image out of them. But anyway, that's a bit of, I haven't seen this for a long time. It's it's so wonderful that you were able to put this together. So, thank you. Thank you very much.